calls and non-calls of the games in those last 2 minutes, that's a positive. Things are continuing to change, I think, for the better in that regard.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Plumlee, he's checked in for Kaman. Myers-Leonard comes in for Vonleh. And McCollum subbed in for Crabb. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Portland. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Here's Plumlee. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And it's 6 points for Mason Plumlee. It's Curry with the drive, and he gets it to go.
They're trying to work it inside here, and they've had a little bit of success as they try to cut into that deficit. And getting it inside is one way to try to chip away at it.
Steph Curry does so many things well, Clark, on the floor, but one area he had struggled with was turning the ball over.
Yeah, and after a slow start, Kevin, to the year in the turnover department, Curry was able to slowly right the ship.
Three-pointer, Lillard. That's good.
Wow. What can you say?
Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. To the paint, here's Curry. Portland grabs the miss.
And Curry and his turnovers last year, a lot of it might have been getting used to a new system. But you can see he's also tightened up his play to reduce the giveaways.
From 11 feet away, and he hits the jump shot. Curry's got 10 points in the quarter.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Aminu dishes to Leonard. Iguodala with the steal. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal.
You know, Curry knew turnovers were a problem. How about his mom even instituted a fine on him? And so anytime he has more than 3 in a game, he owes his mom $100 per turnover.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Lillard from outside. The rebound by Azili. Warriors trail by 21. Barnes passes to Curry. They double-team Curry. That one finds the mark. It's the 10th time he's done that tonight on 14 shots.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
Lillard from outside, from beyond the arc, and then some.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
And for the Warriors, their shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Over in the corner, Barnes tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Lillard against Thompson, takes a 3. Lillard misses. And here's Golden State. Outside, Green. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 22. And Plumlee kicks to McCollum. Offensive rebound. Lillard outside. The 3. No good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. It's Curry with the drive. Softly drops in the floater. Curry's got 14 points here in the second half.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Aminu dishes to Lillard. This one for 3. The shot misses. Curry with some nice D. Warriors trail by 20. Thompson outside. Back to Curry. Beyond the arc. Portland grabs the miss. Aminu's got 8 rebounds in this game. Lillard against Thompson. And the basket by Lillard.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
To the middle, here's Ezeli, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Okay. Getting a little physical. I like that. That reference.
You know, something that's floating around in the sports world and in the NBA is reseeding after the playoffs start. And for those of you who may not understand the situation, it's simply saying that no matter what seed would play the lower seeded team, however you get to those numbers.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spades is checked in. Here's Plumlee, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Timeout called the Warriors. And with that whole concept of playoff reseeding, so often we'll see a 2nd or 3rd seed team get a 6th or 7th seed team in the 2nd round. Meanwhile, Greg, the top seed plays the 4th seed no matter what.
You know, I think in a few cases it would have made a major difference in how the playoffs would have played out. And quite frankly, I think it also puts more value on the regular season if that number 1 seed could play a 7th seed, if you will, in the 2nd round. So I think that's something that the commissioner and the competition committee might want to reassess.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level, was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
There's the pick. The dish now to Thompson. There's the triple. There's the bucket. Good. Thompson's got 34.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
Nobody near Lillard. And another 3 for Portland.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an mostly because his team was up by so much, he got to sit a number of 4th quarters.
Kicks it to Green. To the inside, Ezeli, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Draymond Green. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Trailblazers?
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've gotten.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
Inside, Ezeli gets the bucket. Ezeli's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
When you think about Shaun Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
And Portland making a change here. Lillard's checked in. 1:27 left to play in the final quarter. Launches a 3. Shot's good.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guard. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Trailblazers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Damian Lillard. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him. Lillard has been a handful. He's now up to 51 points. He's unleashed a barrage of three-pointers on him.
And Clark, you can tell they're good right now when the ball leaves his hand. He has racked up a ton of points.
36 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Harkless with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And the shot is good.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
They recover it. Iguodala, no good. Lillard outside. Jacks up a 3, and that one's good.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're up by 29. Just 2 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure they don't make any last-minute mistakes, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. No idea.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Damian, certainly a nice game for you tonight. Tell us about how your approach to the game has developed and your role within this offense.
Well, there's a lot of pick and roll in the NBA right now. Scoring point guards that stay in attack mode and make the right plays are the most successful. And, you know, that's what they want me to be. They want me to make plays and be aggressive offensively. And I'm most successful that way. And I think I thrived in it tonight.
You have the talent to do exactly that, Damian. Thank you, guys.
Doris, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance. Let's get your opinion, Shaq.
What I like most about Lillard is that you never see him play out of control. He's got a poise that not very many guys have, point guard or otherwise. And there's no question about his scoring ability. Just look at what he did tonight.
He was literally unstoppable tonight, Ernie. Those defenders that were trying to guard him are going to have nightmares tonight. He put on a clinic on how to break down the defense. With that kind of performance, it's going to be hard to repeat it.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.